Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 24-25 Session 1 KHL Draft. My name is John, and this is Jeff. And in just mere moments, 66 lives are about to change.
Hopefully for the better, of
Yes,
course.
10 of those individuals are going to get drafted by Wolfie, and they're going to try to find a place to hide, probably in the Himalayas or far away. All right, so, we're going to get things here started here, and Keith Perot is going to be on the clock. So, where do you think he's going to go with this pick?
I know he's had some of the players Don before as a first overall pick. I'm sure Royston is another one that he's had before. So I'm not sure exactly what direction he's going into this time.
I
So
heard rumors that he had Steve Hanna on his radar, but Hanna faked an injury just to get around being picked by
I could see
so he'll
that
not
too.
be out this
Yes, this
season.
is true.
Yes.
This is true. So hopefully he'll be back next
Oh,
session.
the pick is in.
Pick is in. And with the first overall pick, just like we were speculating, Keith picks Don Behringer. So a couple highlights here is his career season 2 points per game, career season plus minus leader, two-time season points leader. And consensus is has talent but lazy. Now
Oh
I did
yeah.
not write that. I am sorry, Don.
Definitely a lazy player.
Definitely being a little sarcastic there.
Plus
So
117 for his career.
nice
Yes.
in the KHL, right? So yes, awesome.
I'm sure before that he was probably a negative player, but with all us,
So once he went
with
40
all
and
us
over, that's right in his
slow people,
wheelhouse there.
you really picked it up after that.
So we're waiting for the second pick, and that pick is going to be made by Mr. Nick Popoff.
Yeah, but I don't hear the preamble song.
Nope, he hasn't made it yet. So one interesting fact: this year Nick does not have his right-hand man Vance to help him out with his pick. So could be a whole new season for him.
One wing.
All right. Got another surprise here, number 2. Nick has selected for the Cement Heads Bob Royston. Career season 1.8 points per game. Career season also, for some reason, it's 1.0 goals per game. He's a KHL champion 2 years in a row. And he's a good skater but weak shot. I'm not sure if
Someone has a little sarcasm that is making these cards for us and everything. We all know
yeah.
Bob has a great shot. Very known for that too.
Yeah.
So and a very good hustler and everything. So we do have the next pick that's going to be on the board is Mr. Perry, Mark Perry. So the third overall pick.
Yeah.
Previously Detroit Hot Rod, but we'll see where he falls this year.
A big thing that goes into picking is what color jerseys you want. So if you take certain people, you get those jerseys. Like probably the only good thing of taking Jeff Featherston is that sweet, sweet gold jersey that comes with
That's
it.
probably
Jeff?
the only good thing.
All
yes.
right.
Besides, I like to drink beer and hang out after the games. But all right, for the next pick, we have Mr. Steve Sinkowitz. All right, Mr. Sinkowitz has a career season of 1.9 points per game, with a career season 1 goal per game, 2 seasons of 20 or more points, and he likes to donate to the referee fund of Michigan.
Oh,
so,
yeah. It's a nice noble cause there.
Yeah, definitely. So, but yeah, Steve's got a great toe drag. He's got great stick handling, great shots.
I mean, they really like him because they've kicked out at least 6 Steves coming into this season, and they kept him. So
yeah. Steve's a good guy, great guy overall, fun to be around, fun to hang out with after the game and everything too. So
yeah.
I feel bad one season I almost took him out for a while because
on a date or
no. Unfortunately, I drugged my foot and kind of took him out and he hurt his back. So, but he didn't end up coming to see me.
Trying to drum up some business.
I did give him my card afterwards.
Okay.
But he didn't end up using it. So
awesome.
Maybe next year we'll see. But he's been doing good. It seems like it for his health. Skating a lot lately. I think he's doing a lot of pickups and everything. So I'm excited to see how he turns out this year.
Yeah.
I told you I was going to fuck you.
We got some. The captains are a little bit getting rowdy here in the background, so there must be some
going on over there, but
juxtaposition about picks and everything. So
got a nice
Bob's a little confused. I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
his
he
pick
knows
might
where
have
we
been
are.
taken.
We're right behind him, but he might be confused where that is.
Uh-oh, here we go. Bob McCone's pick is in.
All right.
These guys are hilarious, man.
So Bob is taking Frank the Tank.
Frank the
Mika,
Tank.
Mika, whatever Polish name
Yeah,
that
we
is.
don't want to butcher it too much.
I think it's Mika Wycheck, but
Mm.
I'm not sure. So he's a KHL championship MVP in 2022, 2023. So, I mean, if we rewind the clock 2 years ago, and then 8 consecutive seasons of greater than 10 points. His career season is 1.6 points per game played and plus 24. He has size, but plays small and timid. So, doesn't really use his size effectively.
So Frank, we didn't make up these cards, all right? So just so you know, no, just kidding.
Yeah, if anybody has any complaints on the cards, you
Have to
want
see the
email
commissioner
jeff.schufelt at
Frank does. He's a engineer or no, electrician as well. So if anyone needs a electrician,
All right,
Frank
we got a pick. Oh, this comes with an apology for my dear friend Jeff here. You have been unfortunately selected.
the first casualty of Wolfie's picks, so that'd be myself. I guess I'll read my own stats here. I am the current KHL champion, not champion team, just myself. So no, I'm just kidding. And 2023-24 session 2 plus minus and star player points leader. 2020-21 session 2 points leader with 30, and has threatened to sit out the year if not drafted properly, which I think I'm going to have to do now. So
Yeah,
I'll be back for session 2, everybody. So enjoy yourselves.
back-breaking selection right there.
I had the unfortunate task of being on his team twice now, so this will make a third.
We'll see how long this pick takes to come in.
Want to do it back to back or?
It's up to him. So the next pick we have is Mr. Jeff Schufelt, who actually will wait for the card, but
This is
it's
not
not going to be a big surprise here.
Oh, a second pick. So the first selection, he's got the back to back. So wasted no time here. He's going to take Jeff Schufelt, who it says here is the current KHL champion, but we all know that was AJ. Career season of 1.9 points per games played and plus 72. He's a 4-time KHL champion. And he's hoping this is the year he finally gets invited to Ed's hockey.
All right, and then Jeff has the first pick of the second round. So the first 1.5 by Jeff Schufelt is Mr. John Sadowski.
Whoa! The big shakeup of the night.
Apparently, according to Mr. Perry, that's the big shakeup of the night.
Yeah, I guess so. He's a KHL Finals MVP. Didn't even know we had those. 2021 session 1. Career season of 1.5 points per game and plus 45. He's had 4 KHL Finals appearances and KHL record for latest game time arrival and earnestly departing.
That is true.
Can they see me? The
Maybe.
only reason it's a shakeup is because Schufelt never goes defense this early.
Okay.
Never.
Sorry about
Apparently,
that
we
interruption,
thought we were
folks.
hired for the commentary, but
Mark had to come in and say something, so we apologize for the little interruption.
Needed here. This is a professional.
So my
professional
team manager is the next up on the clock, Mr. Wolfie. So I hope
Where
he
are you
gives
hoping
me
that he goes here?
someone good to play with, so I don't have to play on the line with Wolfie. But we'll see.
Oh, you're going to be playing on a line with Wolfie. Oh, we've got a nice defensive pick here of Chris Rader.
Oh yes.
He's currently
love to play with
apparently,
Chris.
according to Wolfie, this is the first season he's off the do not draft list. You got a good, solid, defensive-minded forward here. His career season points per game, goals per game, and hat trick leader. I don't know how because he only plays defense really. 5 consecutive season goals leader. He's the season record leader for points at 37 and goals in 25. And he's never met a spot on ice not good enough to shoot from.
This is true.
Yeah.
So he's gotten great career stats for our league.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I
finally found himself on Wolfie's radar.
Yeah. You're very lucky, radar.
No sound.
So we got.
Uh-oh. So we have the next pick coming up, Mr. Bob McComb, for his 1.5 second round pick.
Yes, Mr. McComb.
As long as he's
Yeah,
awake in the
somebody-
chair, someone poke him a little bit and see.
We got the shocker here. Hold on, let me press the button. I just wanted to take this time to know we got some great giveaways for this season. The first 7,500 fans to show up to the first game gets a chance to win this Keith Perot bobblehead. It's obviously not Tomas Tatar. It's a Keith Perot bobblehead. You'll have a 1 in 7,500 shot, so make sure you get there early. Okay, he's gonna hold it up to the camera.
I don't know if we've ever had 75 total fans at any of our games, like all since we've been in KHL. But
maybe 7.5 fans.
they're gonna be sitting in a warehouse somewhere in boxes.
All right. So we may have a pick coming in here.
Just like Bob's skating has never been known to be speedy.
Yeah. All right, there.
All right. Oh, here comes Bob.
Oh, he's in the group. God damn it.
Uh-oh. Our entire studio.
With Bob's pick, he picks Mr. Ben Hendricks. Career season 1.6 points per game and a +50. Top 5 in season points and goals 4 consecutive seasons. 2021-22 Session 2 points leader with 28. And he will sell any KHL player's house for free. Wow. So anybody
Free
in the
commissions.
market for
No need that 6%
getting
anymore.
it out, yeah. And he also donates socks to the league too, which are very nice and lasted very long. So you can look up his business information off those socks if you're ever interested. While we're talking about business, actually, so this is probably a good time for myself. I am a Featherston Chiropractic, so I am a chiropractor here in Westland, Michigan. That's not where we're coming to you from right now, but if you're ever interested and need some chiropractic services, I'd be glad to help. So,
All right.
anything you wanted to promote, Mr. John?
Anything I want to promote. I'd like to promote somebody making their pick here soon, but that might not be happening.
How about your new line of soap on a rope?
Yeah.
You've been talking all
Making
about that
artisanal
before.
soaps
so.
on ropes for those rough locker room days. I'm also doing my own line of cooler surveillance products.
And the pick is in.
The pick is in. We have a returning player back from injury. Mr. John Wilson has been selected. He's a career season 1.3 points per game, 3-time KHL Finals appearances, and 2-time champion. He's the KHL Finals MVP from 2021 and 2022 Session 2, and will be unstoppable now that he's got the bionic hip. It's great to see John back. I've seen him skating a couple times. He looks really good. So
I haven't got to see him skate yet.
That's a good pick right there. It's a good pick.
Yeah, for sure. Sure, he'll be more comfortable skating and everything too with that hip replace. So
yeah, I wonder if he's got like some spikes in there too. To really dig inside.
He's been known to throw his hip a little bit here and there,
Yeah.
so I wouldn't put it past him. But
right.
I think he's gonna, clean things up this time and just go for the Lady Bing
Oh,
award this
Lady
time.
Bing
so
Award finalist.
We'll see. We'll
Okay.
see. I don't know. He's always been calm on the
Got
ice.
some discussion back here. Might be some trade talk. Looking at they're negotiating the details. It looks
I
like
think they're talking about. I think some of the new guys that are coming into the league that we don't know too much about, except Keith does. So
yeah.
Keith usually ends up with those guys in at least the first session, but maybe this year we'll switch things up.
That guy is for sure a 3.5. I'm sure everyone's heard many times.
Their ratings always seem to jump up after they play with Keith's teams, though. So I don't
know. They really hold back in those first drop-ins, but
a little bit. So we do have Nick Popoff as the next one picking, and we'll find out here shortly for you guys.
All right. Some negotiations going on. It seems like there's a difference between whether they get the pucks or the puck bag itself for the trade here.
It's the meeting of the minds, I guess.
Here we go.
Uh-oh. Pick is in.
We have a new guy.
Oh, yep. We have Mr. Joel Herbist. Sorry if I messed your last name up, Joel. KHL rookie, sub 2 games in 22-23, both games as a defenseman. Was so impressed with the league that he begged to get in.
Ooh,
So
begged.
I actually did skate with Joel in a tournament, over 50 tournament out in Traverse City this spring, and
Yeah.
real good player, big guy, nice size, great shot. He got a couple goals for us. Really solid on defense, so I'm excited to see him in the league.
All right.
he'll be a
Unfortunately,
good
he's going to
ad.
be going against you though. So
Yeah, that is definitely unfortunate. Yeah, not ideal, but he's in the league, so now we can maybe next season I get to play with him.
All right. So the next up on the board is Keith with back-to-back selections.
Ooh, Keith gets the
I see the head shake. So.
last 1.5, first 2.0, and Chris is trying to.
He's,
Keith is trying to decide what he wants to do
with his life, not just with his pick. Really trying to decide, make some good life decisions here.
I have Mr. Smooth Blend, who I don't know who that is, said, "You need a beer on the Sports Center desk, Featherston." I do have one here. It's actually,
Little
I'll
you
show you
know.
a little bit. I got it in a koozie here to keep it cold. Not that I need that, but
Yeah.
I have been partaking, so don't worry about that. I appreciate your concern. So we're just waiting on Keith's next two picks here, folks. So
I mean, unfortunately, we're not getting paid by the hour here, so.
Hey, and I had to bring my own beer too, so I didn't get paid by the beers either. So
it's a little bit about Joel, who is our last pick. He's from born in Ann Arbor, lives in West Bloomfield. 6'3", 235 is listed at with a right hand shot.
yeah,
So.
yeah, and looks like by the age he's a couple years older than me, maybe 54 or so.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, definitely a good player, and I really enjoyed playing with him.
I'm sure everybody will enjoy meeting him.
I don't think they'll be able to enjoy playing against him because he is big with good size, good hands. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But this is where it gets down to where the captains, somebody is not there that they were hoping to take, and they all run their little pre-drafts and everything, and then all of a sudden that player's not there. So now they got to make a tough decision of who to take next. And right
the
now,
scraps are.
Keith
I saw him
has two
shaking his head, and he was just as soon as Joel's taken.
Oh,
I think that's what
he was planning on the new guy.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, so we got possibly the next picks in.
I was going to decide the order.
One's a 1.5. Is that the 1.5? I take it. Yep.
1.5. This is a name I'm not really good at pronouncing, so if I butcher it, Mike Bourgeois.
We just call him Mike B.
Mike B.
Yep, Mike B.
He's the current KHL champion, a career season plus 20, career season 0.7 points per game played, and he's the smallest player in KHL with 5'6" apparently. So,
but Mike is tough to play against. He's a great defenseman.
Yes.
Quarterbacks the puck out of the end. Great at finding the open player, bringing it down, and like I said, he's a really good defenseman. Keeps people to the outside.
Name sounds like a preparation for steak. You don't make every shot you take, I think is the saying. All right, next selection is in.
All right, let's see what we got here. We have Mr. Steve Lyons. Mr. Lyons is two-time top 5 leader in goals and points. Career season 1.3 points per game and plus 64. He's got a KHL record of longest goal streak at 10 games. Very interesting. And he refuses to go back to playing defense. So that's kind of got his start in the league. But hey, he's such a good offensive player that, why would you want to go back to defense?
Some of these stats are pretty deep, Jeff. I think we're going to have to go at the stat department budget next year for us. As first time announcing this, I think next year we might need a little bit of that stat fund for the longest goal streak at 10 games.
I think somebody has a lot more time at home to do these things than I do.
You or I. But Steve will be on the potentially all black hockey 6 team in the second season in a row.
Yeah. So far, do we have any certain teams? Bob, probably Bob for sure.
And Nick.
I'm sorry. So yes, you're correct. And right now we're just waiting for Nick's third round 2.0 pick.
And Wolfie.
Did I miss one?
Wolfie will be.
Oh yeah,
First
well,
one.
here's myself.
Yeah, you forgot all about yourself. I do that all the time.
But there's a possibility you could pick somebody else.
Yeah,
that
that's
is,
true. Like, what
there's a
happens
couple
if they
left.
get two?
We'll have to fight it out.
Hopefully not to the death, because we need players. We had seven dropouts this season. So, all right, the pick is in, and I was wondering where this guy would show up. It's Mr. Mike Waldo. Apparently, was on Wolfie's draft board as well. Career 1 point per
Now,
game
Wolfie,
played.
that was Bob.
Oh, Bob. 3 KHL finals appearances. Can play forward and defense. Tenacious defender, but slow-footed. You often wonder where he is on the ice.
Yes. Yep. Mm. Known to wear a white and red cap
Yes.
with a little beanie on top.
Glasses, just like these. He hides in the crowd. You don't see him, but very understated player.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Waldo's
Blink twice, you won't find him.
Always tough to play against. He's he's a very good hustler, very good stick handler, hard to defend against. So yeah, that's definitely a smart pick by Mr. Popoff, who's doing this solo this year. I don't know how he's doing it. He's probably has Vance
doing a better job now.
He might have Vance on the phone, like the hotline knows, just to get his
now that
opinion and everything.
Now that Vance isn't messing up his picks, Popoff's got that championship team brewing.
So we do have some players that aren't going to be in our league this year. That we have a pick in. We can go back to that.
Oh, we got timeout after. He's going to regret it.
Well,
he said it.
Not the person, the
Okay.
position.
Okay.
The next pick, we have Mr. James Bellinger. So he's new to the league. He is a KHL rookie. He's a solid forward. He's got good stick handling and passing skills. Guilted into playing the league by Scuba Steve. So must be a friend of Steve Sinkowitz.
Got a 5'8", 170 left-hander. Born in Grand Rapids. Lives in Canton, Michigan. So that's pretty close. 46. Showed up to, I believe, a few of the drop-ins. Good player.
So he is friends with Sinkowitz, so he gets to play on the team this year with him as well.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
That works out in his favor too.
Yeah,
I would
some
think.
familiarity there. I wonder if that was decided on.
I think that's why Perry might have been
heavy forward so far.
And that's not usual for Mr. Perry.
I think that's why he was saying
all
he might regret it.
defenseman. Because he has to make up for his own defensive lackness.
You need someone to make him look good, and he's got that on the board right now.
So we do have the next pick in, Mr. Bob McComb, with his 2.0 pick. And here he comes. And the pick is in.
Oh, back-to-back rookies. Steve Johnson, KHL rookie. Big forward and skates well with a hard shot. And he's guilted in the league by Scuba Steve as well. So
nice.
Apparently we're reusing that line on.
You said it was in...
I think it's in alphabetical order. But
Steve Johnson from Wyandotte, Michigan, right near where I grew up in Southgate. Current city, Plymouth, Michigan, 6'1", 190, shoots right. And 45, so a little bit younger than
people,
our league and everything. So
you see the
good.
scraps already left on the board there, and you got to take the new guy. You got to go for that chance that you got the next superstar of the KHL here.
Yeah, you definitely hope. We last session got Mr. Yee, and he did really well for us and helped us win the championship. So we were happy with to get the new guy. So
yeah, you also got the new goalie. That may have helped you a little bit get the championship.
A little
too.
bit, yeah. He played a little well.
Okay.
I think he might have got the MVP for the finals and everything. But
all right, Mr. Wolfenstein has got the pick. Oh, it's me. Career season plus 20. Career season 0.8 goals per game. A 2-time KHL champion and famous for end-to-end rushes. That's John Stewart. Really
Really
sketchy
solid pick. Solid pick.
sketchy pick from a more sketchy individual. you
So
know?
John Stewart is from Warren, Michigan. Lives in New Boston.
Yes,
That's a little far away, huh?
that's 20 minutes. Not too bad.
All right. 5'8", 196.
Yeah.
42, another young guy. That's good for our team.
Yeah.
We need good, solid defense. John's known to play in the league with the rental skates if he needs to.
Yeah. That's
And then
another
you
thing.
score a point.
First
that
person to
time.
be the #1 star with rental skate. One rental skate.
Then you get a point on that game too, playing
3
forwards.
points.
3 points. All right.
Goal,
Nice.
2 assists.
There you go. Oh,
All
the
right.
next pick is
back to
in.
back. Finally can stop talking about myself.
Mr. Schufelt picks Diego. I don't know how you say his last name.
Quincha.
Known him forever.
Diego, just known as Diego. Where's Diego? So
yeah, we don't. Good thing we don't have multiple Diegos in the league.
So career stats of 1.2 points per game, 7 seasons of 10 or more points, 4 KHL finals appearances, and he cycles back into own zone just to annoy teammates.
Hmm. Whoa,
Next
they're
pick
coming in
is in
fast
again.
and furious here.
Schufelt has the next pick as well for the 2.5, first 2.5.
Just talking about him, he's going back to back with Mr. Gary Yee. He's a current KHL champion, solid two-way center, 7 goals in first season in the league, and is still waiting for Dave Lesnow to play up on his bet. So
I did
Gary
hear about
Yee is
that.
the selection there.
I think the
Must have
over.
impressed Schufelt enough to draft him twice in a row.
Yeah, he was great for our second line center. Hustles a lot. He's hard on the puck. Didn't make any friends with Frank, so hopefully they'll get along this season. But
Okay.
and then I think the plus minus, I think it was +4. Was it that he was going to score last session, and he got a lot more than that. So and then he had to ride with Wolfie to a golf tournament right after the finals game. So
All right.
got to rub it into him.
So it looks like we just get to announce our teammate again. Another selection, Dan Sanow. Career season, 0.7 points per game played. Career season +3 and is an imposing presence on the blue line. And he won't play for Bob McComb or Keith Perot again, it says. I'm not sure why that is. We would like to know the details.
Damn! Damn it!
Played with Dan before too. Great defenseman, good size, hard to get around, great shot. Jumps into play well, so hoping to see a good season with him.
Yeah.
You might get a chance to play with him back there on D. Well, so we need those,
Yeah.
solid defensemen, people that can jump up and
Boy,
everything.
you picked the wrong one with me. Solid defense.
Well, you won the championship twice, I saw. So
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
almost back to back, session 2 to session 1.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I mean, hey, can't put
Yeah.
you down too much. So right now we're just waiting on a pick for Mr. Bob McComb,
All right.
Sleep.
which seems to happen. Every time his pick comes up, I think he forgets that he should look for his next pick. And
Someone's got to remind him.
You can't see either.
Shut up.
He's busy doing the elimination by just using his finger, and then no.
I think he's
Look
just
at there.
shooting darts at a board right now. Can't hit the board.
Cool.
Can we see how many viewers we have right now? Anybody know by chance?
Yeah, it's 45 currently.
Oh, nice. Good turnout for the league.
Yeah. This might be our best
Hopefully
attended draft.
they don't think too badly of us the next time they see us.
Yeah, I'm going to get punched in the face. All right.
All right, the pick is in.
All right.
And we have Mr. Eric Gorky for Bob McComb. Eric has a career season of 0.4 points per game, career season of +5, solid offensive defenseman, and he's better looking of the Gorky brothers.
Remember, that's Jeff Schufelt.
That's-
SHULFEDT, I think.
So now Mr. Mark Perry is up on the board for his 2.5 pick.
Wilson.
So Perry went with a rookie last pick. We'll see if he goes for another rookie. Got some other names just joining the league. So
I think Mr. Perry has Mr. Wilson on the phone trying to help him out to make his picks. So
Yeah.
if you guys don't like where you're picked at, you could also blame Mr. Wilson.
And I was right. He went with yet another rookie to the league, but not a rookie to some of us, as we know him pretty well, is Mr. Chris Schaefer. He's can play both forward and defense. He's good at stick handling and skating skills, and he is, in fact, a veteran of the Eddie Edgar drop-ins. So many people don't know him from the league, but you might know him from the drop-ins.
I'd say I'm not familiar with him at all because I don't make the drop-ins.
Okay. Well, I am. Yeah, he's a good player, good skater. Even better person. Got maybe another
So we got
trade decision coming on.
Mr. Popoff is coming up next with his
I didn't hear the
2.5. No, you don't have to. I mean, we're waiting for you. Just letting everybody know that you're next up.
There we go.
Oh, look at these statistics. Wow, you didn't even know.
Okay.
All right. So this is Mr. Popoff's pick is Jeremy Lopez. He's 2023-24 Session 2 goals and points leader. He has a career season plus 17, career season 1.6 point per game, and he needs to commit to either hockey or golf. Cannot be both.
Yeah.
So,
you never
heard
hear
that
of
here
hockey players
first.
golfing ever.
Nick said you can do both, so that's your manager. So as long as he has a sub for you, he's happy.
All right. Keith is hard at work, not only producing the draft, but also producing excellent picks for another great season.
Keith actually has the next two picks.
Yes.
The last 2.5, first 3.0. So we do have some new players, some players that left our league last this session would be like Steve Harris, Steve Rogers, Steve Hanna, Steve Rapai.
Common theme there.
There is a common theme. So if you're Steve, don't expect to be in your next session. So, we did have Harvey Ettinger, Mr. Daryl Graff, Vance Lucifer, and Ryan Gauthier. So some of these players I do think might be back next session if possible.
A lot of injuries, including the aforementioned Steve Hanna, who faked injury from being taken number 1 overall by Keith Perot.
That is true.
Not only the stress that comes along with being the number 1 overall selection, but also the stress of playing with Keith.
This is true. You've done it a few times too, right?
I've made it through. You can do it.
So we do have the managers kind of figure out some of the cards here so they can make their proper selections. But we're just waiting on Keith right now, who's slowing up the show.
He had to correct some spelling.
All right, first pick is in the 2.5.
2.5, familiar to Keith. Mr. Dave Garbarino goes. Career best 2023-24 Session 2 season with 11 points and 2 game-winning goals. Career season plus 21. Career season of 7 points, 0.7 points per game. That would be really. He'd probably be like a 0.5 if he had 7 points per game played.
Yeah.
And he is the owner of KHL Cabin Retreat. I believe that might not be the exact name of it.
It is not the name of it. No, it's not.
But
and unfortunately, I am not remembering the name of it offhand, but I could look it up. I've been there before. Very nice. It's got 3 cabins up there right on, I believe it's Houghton Lake.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very generous to us to let us stay there.
And then
you can read that one, please.
Okay. Yeah, sure. He goes back to back with defensive-minded players with Brian Gabrielson. He's reached the KHL finals in the first 2 seasons. He's a quick first or second line defenseman, and the ability to score, set up chances, and he hopes this year he won't get drafted by Dave Lesnow, which wishes do come true. He has been selected by Keith Perot, which might actually be worse.
Wow.
The pressure that comes along with it.
I love every minute of it. I know you. This one. Love you too.
Apparently, this particular pick is a tough one.
There we go. Dave Garbarino's Northview Cabins on Houghton Lake, Michigan. So glad to give a little shout out for Dave there.
All right.
Next pick is in Mr. Armando Valentin. And he has 4 consecutive seasons of 10 points or more. Career season 1.1 points per game. Solid center, able to play first or second line. And he's a rags to riches story from KHL photographer to KHL star.
Whoa.
Next to the riches.
So the defensemen are flying off the board all of a sudden.
They
You
are,
see that
definitely.
early forwards, go into the mid defensemen here.
It was kind of weird. I did play with Armando on one of the sessions, I think his first session last time, and we were at our daughter's. His daughter does gymnastics, as so is mine, and they're in the same division. So I got to see him at a couple of their meets and everything. It just happened to look across and see him there, and somebody I know. So it's always nice to see a familiar face.
Depending on that face, if that face is Wolfie's, not nice
That
to see.
I would turn and run. Yes.
Next selection is in.
Mr. Nick
Going
Popoff.
with the defensive run. I believe that's Mr. Perry actually with this pick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. He's got Paul Graney, current KHL champion, 56 games played, 0 penalties and minutes,
Whatever.
3 consecutive plus seasons, and he has the advantage of having God on his side. I'm not sure what that means.
Because
once
he is
again-
a Catholic priest, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So.
That's what that means.
We won 2 times that I've won the championship. He's been on my team, so
Okay.
I've had God on my side as well.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate.
Well, I wish
And I am
Wolfie would have
Catholic,
taken him, but Wolfie can't be in the same room with anybody that's religious.
Might
In
get
fact, I
struck
believe
down.
most Catholic priests probably have restraining orders on Wolfie.
Any church he stepped into could probably light on fire right away.
Yeah. We gotta scrub everything. Door handle got to get removed and replaced.
So
Mm.
waiting for Bob McComb's
Bob-
pick.
He's roughly 1 round behind here.
Shut up.
Keith has my draft.
Love Brian. I love Dan. Love Chris. What the fuck?
Well, I guess we need to talk to something to
Okay,
drown
the only
Bob
reason-
out
The
because
only reason I fucking
Bob-
coach is because I can't afford to play in this league if I didn't coach. So I'm saying that. Hey, this is live, so we can't cuss. Oh, sorry.
you can cuss. I mean, it's not
We've
a
been
family
demonetized from our
Yeah.
$0 revenue off the stream.
If I take Brian, I wanted to show it to my kids. If I take
Yeah.
Brian-
Okay.
Well, they've got to learn someday too.
We just need to get one of those beep,
show.
beep,
Mute
beep,
buttons,
beep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dump buttons.
Yeah, the Macomb button. Beep, 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 beep.
All right. Well,
Sound
I'm waiting.
like
I
Morse
guess I'll
code
take
when
a
he gets up
sip
to
of
pick.
beer here.
Man.
I haven't had enough.
Ah! Like a sticking.
This is where we need like a call-in show where we could call some of the
Yeah,
players that
yeah,
were
yeah.
drafted,
I'll take
see
Yeah.
how they really feel about who
Find-
drafted them.
Find out how close to the border Don's made it after being selected.
That sounds really good.
We'll go live to the families. Every
Yeah,
it's
sitting
really
on the
stressful
couch.
time for them because you never know who's going to take you, where you're going to end up. You
Exactly.
got to think about the families in this.
Did you just pick it for him?
He was taking too long.
Bob's pick is Mr. Dan Boynton. His career season, 1 points per games played, 3 seasons are greater than 10 points, plays forward in defense, and he's been known to be the master of the barely legal snapshot.
He does push the boundaries.
Snapshot.
Yeah, does push the boundaries sometimes. It seems
Yes.
like, but
Yeah,
it's
really,
a little iffy on what the rules are
Yeah.
for that too. So, it'd be nice if Keith ever wrote those down so we could actually see them. But
you need
Maybe
photos.
we'll have those.
video explanations of what's a slap shot and what's a snapshot.
and you might want to communicate that to the refs too, so
Yeah.
they know.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully,
Here comes
comes
our
up with a good
teammate.
pick, 'cause,
Here comes our teammate.
All right.
All right.
I didn't see this one coming.
Well, maybe you should use some glasses. They might help you.
Yeah. Do you
So
know
our
where I could
next
go
pick
potentially
is
for glasses?
Mr. Brian Carney. He has 5 KHL finals appearances, The career season of 0.5 points per game. Hard-nosed defender, and he offers free glasses to KHL players. That's
Well, there
where I
you
got
go.
these, actually.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
excellent.
So that's where it comes up where what team are we going to
Yeah.
be now?
That's a good
I
question.
don't see where we're going with this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna break my back thinking about it. Just don't know.
We'll have to have a duel to the not death.
Yeah. Well, one thing's for sure. Our team is going to be well covered on the medical for injuries, eye injuries. I am not going to wear a visor this year because I don't
Just
need
to
it
take the
anymore.
risk.
Yeah.
We need a dentist on the team, though.
Yeah.
Is there any dentists in the league?
Who's a dentist in the league? If anybody is a dentist in the league, please let us
Oh,
know.
Schufelt's
I'll take it.
his 3.0 is
Yeah. Hold on to your cups because Jim Wheaton is the selection. 6 consecutive seasons of 10 points or more. Career season 1.3 points per games played. 2 seasons of 10 goals or more. Arrives very early for pregame talk and stretching. And has been known to drop a cup on the ice or two during the game.
Oh my God!
Very
I was
interesting.
his coach for that. I loved it.
Apparently, Bob was his
Oh.
coach for that. Did you know that?
I
yeah,
was.
I guess not. Schufelt's next pick is in
All right.
for the 3.5 round. We have Mr. Grant Abbott. He's another current KHL champion from Featherston Chiropractic. 3 consecutive seasons of plus play. Plays both forward and defense, but I do think he prefers defense now. And he is known as the tallest player in the KHL at 6'6".
Well,
So welcome to Mr. Schufelt's team again, Mr. Abbott. Solid. Oh,
they're
another
coming
one.
fast and furious
Wow.
now.
Oh, because he has. I can't read this
All
card.
right. Oh. Now, this might be the worst pick in history of the KHL. Dave has selected himself.
At
Career,
a 3.5, right?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we're
Career
screwed.
season 1.1 points per game played. I'm not sure if I see that. Career season 0.5 goals per games played. 3 KHL finals appearances, and most of these are sarcastic, but this one's actually true. He is, in fact, the most hated KHL captain.
Let's just be quiet.
Yeah. He's our captain now, so great. All these Wolfie jokes. I'm playing on the third line somehow this season.
Is that not? Is it? Did you get in the league knowing Wolfie, or did you come in somewhere else?
I was going to the drop-ins, and
Really?
Keith stalked me on Facebook and found out I was over 40 and could potentially play defense. And got me in
Keith
the
is
league.
known to look up dudes on Facebook.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's not the first time.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, I happen to be creeping you out on Facebook and noticed that you were 40 years old." I was like, "Oh,
I guess it's better than like the underage people. So
yeah."
whose pick do we have now? Oh,
It'll be Bob
another
McComb next.
Bob McComb pick.
Got a little time here.
Might be a little
You want,
delay.
you want to show
Don't
us
turn
a
off your
demonstration
computers.
of Featherston Chiropractic here? You got a
No,
video or
no.
something for us here?
I do not. so
Okay.
No.
I'll thank Chris London.
Oh.
Someone find the card.
Thank you.
All right. So the next pick is in. And it's Mr. Chris London. Career season 0.7 points per game. 2 consecutive seasons of 5 goals. Fast skater with a good shot. And promises if he plays with top players, his production will increase.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So Chris is in fact not from London, even though his name would suggest that. We
Where
do
is he?
have one player from the UK though that was born in the UK. Be Mr. Pete Marshall.
In the UK?
Yeah, he's born
Really?
in the UK.
Wow.
I
know he
apparently
has
didn't
some
live there that long. but-
Canadians in the league.
Yeah. So when we go to the KHL Olympics, the
Hmm.
UK team will be represented.
Mr. Perry's pick is in, and big surprise here.
Oh, this is god awful. Mark Perry has selected himself. Career season 0.5 points per game played. 5 KHL finals appearances. The 2023-2024 Session 2 penalties and minutes leader. and is the disputed coach of the decade.
Self-proclaimed
Yeah,
coach of the decade.
that's why it's disputed.
Oh,
I
that's
think
right.
five other managers here would disagree with that, but all right. So we reach about roughly the halfway
Ready?
point here. Ready
You
for
want to
our
hit
next
the thing? He's ready. It looks like.
pick? Okay. Mr. Popoff is walking a selection up here, and
Oh, wait. That's Yep.
yes, mind make sure you get the right pick. 'Cause Mr. Jeff Ozanish has been selected. Oh, it's your turn to read.
That's it.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. You can read it. Go ahead.
Okay. His career season 1.1 points per game played, career season of 0.5 goals per game played, 4 consecutive seasons of 10 or more points and 5 or more goals, and plays better if not with Smythe or Gerke, it says. So apparently no chemistry between those two players. Which Gerke, I don't know. Only specifies Gerke, and maybe it's both.
I know when he came in the league, he came in with I think Carl. So
Okay.
I think the young one Eric came in later. So you might be talking about that because they had to play in the same team together the first session and everything.
Okay.
So. And I know he's friends with them, so I believe that was being, as we know, sarcastic.
Yeah.
Here comes Keith's next pick. His 3.5 pick. Mr. Pete Marshall, we
All
were
right,
just talking
yeah.
about from the UK. Career season is a plus 12. Career season of a 0.4 points per game. He's a strong two-way defenseman, and he is known as the oldest player in the league. So
You wouldn't notice it seeing him skate.
no,
up there.
totally not. He plays well beyond his means. That's for
Yeah.
sure. And then Keith has his second pick in.
All right. Back to back, super quick.
Another big surprise.
Mr. Keith Perot has selected himself as a 4.0.
So he's dropping down.
Not
over
controversial at all.
All.
He's the KHL Finals MVP from the 2020-2021 session 2. 4 consecutive seasons of top 5 assist leaders. He's the current career season 1.5 points per game played and plus 51, and soon to be replaced by Ed Wertman, it says on here. I don't know who that is.
Interesting fact about Keith that I just found out too is that in the off season he's lost 40 pounds. So he's coming in slow. Going to
No.
be faster, I think. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But his rating dropped. So yeah, I don't get that either. So we'll see what happens there. Well, the next pick is in. Mr. Nick Popov. He drafts Mr. Nick Popov. So he had to take himself with this one. He is the captain of the inaugural KHL champion. Career season 0.7 points per game. 2-time season of greater than 1 point per game. And finally fired Vance Lucifer from co-captainship.
No. Been fired. It's pretty
It's like pulled a Donald Trump on him. You've been fired. Now we have Mr. Mark Perry up, and his pick is already in. They're starting to
going
fly
fast,
in
yeah.
here.
It's really good because my mouth is getting kind of dry. All right. Mr. Mark Perry has selected his brother, Mick Perry. 2023-2024 Session 2 assist leader. 3 consecutive seasons of 10 assists or more. 3 consecutive seasons of greater than 1.0 points per game played. It says, fortunately, not related to Mark Perry. Fortunately. Not unfortunately.
But
Fortunately,
he has to
not
play
related.
on his team this time.
Yes, so they'll be basically invited to each other's Christmas parties this year, I'm sure.
They look just alike, though.
Yeah.
So now we have the next pick is Mr. Bob McComb. So excuse me while we take a little break here.
Oh, your turn. Motherfucker. Oh, wake up! Just because I'm the oldest guy in the fucking league. This is
Whoa.
No,
We just
Mr.
determined that
Pete Marshall is. Sorry.
Someone get the AED. I think he's out.
Excuse me while I change my beer here. Well, we have a break in the action.
Did I miss something? Or Gary Lee never got selected? Who?
No,
He
I know,
was-
I know, he's gone.
You did miss something.
Yeah. The entire 2.5 round.
We're having some fun with some of the captains here. Excuse us.
we may or may not be invited back next year.
Mm.
We'll find out. So how do you think these teams are shaping up here? It looks like another competitive season in KHL draft
that's
hockey.
one good thing about great thing about this league is that it's always competitive. You know, one team starts off on fire and then has a downslide, and
Yeah.
anyone can win any given night. It seems like so. And this
Yeah,
year
you
it
could-
seems like pretty even as far as I know with the goaltending. The goaltending is going to be pretty even across the board there too. So yeah, you never know.
Yeah, very competitive. And, you know, there's one thing we really like about the league is it is, you know, very competitive. Last year, I think it was maybe 5 points that separated first and last place.
Yeah, for sure. All came down to the end. Any weekend at the end can make a big difference in the standings.
Yeah.
So Mr. McComb's pick is in. Did you do this one? All right.
You can go ahead.
All right. So Bob's pick is Mr. Ivan Harris, KHL Finals MVP for the 21-22 Session 1. Plays both forward and defense. Great breakout passing and hard shot from the point. The last remaining Harris in KHL. That's because his brother left.
Okay.
Mike Harris, I believe, is his name, and he was a
Steve
great
also.
player too. Yeah, good defenseman.
All right. Wolfie's itching with his pick.
Yeah, baby.
So our team captain is coming in, so we get to
Hopefully
learn
it's a
who our
good one.
teammate is.
Oh, it's Mr. Chris Smythe.
Oh,
He's the current KHL champion, KHL Finals MVP for 2022-2023 Session 1. Career season 0.8 points per games played, and his hair length is an embarrassment to the league.
oh, I wouldn't say that.
Did you know that Chris Smythe is the PPG leader from last season? Unfortunately for Wolfie, that means pretzels per game.
Oh yeah.
Chris Smythe's been known to down about 2 to 3 bags after each game.
He
That
loves
is
his
why
pretzels.
league fees keep going through the roof.
Yes,
Right there.
yep.
3 bags per game.
Tiger
pretzels.
King is what Mark Perry's called him. But
Okay.
I call him. What's the guy's name from Roadhouse? You remember what? That's
Swayze.
not Swayze. The other character, Sam Elliott.
Oh.
I sent him the picture of it too. But yes, so it looks
Wade,
just
Wade
like Wade Garrett. Thank
Okay.
you very much. So I'm happy to be on a team with Wade Garrett again.
There you go.
Sorry. Did you do
No,
that?
it's yours.
All right. Oh, so we have Mr. James Ruff. You've just been selected to Mr. Jeff Schufeld's team. Current KHL champion, 2023-24 Session 2 championship, game-winning goal. Career season 0.4 points per game and refuses to leave ice rink by a reasonable time.
Yeah.
I have experienced that with him many nights.
Yeah. All right.
And Schufeld's next pick is in. This will be his
Schufelt
4.5.
back to back. He's going to make Mr. Wolfie very mad with the selection of Scott Musson. Career season plus 16. Career season 0.6 points per game played. Solid stay-at-home defender. And an unfortunate friend of Dave Lesnow. Apparently,
Yes.
very
For
wanted
him.
by many managers there.
Bullshit.
There's almost a fight over Mr. Musson here. How do you feeling about this? I'm feeling some hostility here.
Yeah, Bob gets pissed with everyone's pick, so because he wanted everybody. So
Yeah.
I guess he just doesn't realize how the draft works. You know, that some of those players aren't going to be there when he wanted. So.
Yeah.
But we're waiting on now, our next teammate, Mr.
Yeah.
Lesnow's next pick at 4.5.
Let's see if we can find a diamond in the rough here.
Yeah,
Well, whatever. Just take a minute.
it's hard to tell from the screen here, but I think we got two D. How many D? Oh, we got 3D, right? For Carney, you,
Yeah.
and
We have 3 events in there.
Sano. That's great D core so far.
Unfortunately, Wolfie's on our team though, so I mean, we need solid D with him out there.
And
All
here
right.
it is. The pick is in.
Has he actually made the selection though?
Look at all
We'll
the
find out.
selections you got.
None of the ones that I was planning on.
Oh, that
Oh.
hurts. Don't read that.
He had to go off the plan.
So we have Mr. Carl Gorky. Career season 0.6 points per game. 3 KHL final appearances. Solid two-way center. Smarter of the Gorky brothers. So the other one's better looking, I guess. This one is
smart. The
smarter.
brains
so
are the brains are the
take
broad.
one
You
for
know?
one for the other.
All right. So Bob's up here.
So Carl's been on the Schufelt annual bike ride too. I don't know if you ever heard of that, but if you're ever lucky enough to be invited, you should try to attend. Not
Okay.
everyone makes it, but we go down Heinz Drive, carrying beer behind us in the trailer. Usually stop at the yacht club for lunch, and
Okay.
then head back to the Schufelt house for a party afterwards. So
Oh.
good time.
Excellent.
He usually tries to invite a lot of people from the league if he can.
I do enjoy a nice bike ride. Got a lot of discussions going on here. Who could potentially be the next pick? Got some good names still on the board here. So
Bob McComb again.
He just barked his order.
lots of discussion going on, of course.
Angry man.
If I told you guys that was you.
Yeah, second oldest guy in the league, you keep telling me.
Maybe I should class these off so we know who's left.
That's the only reason.
I think
I'm
everyone's
coaching,
gone
so
over
you
there.
guys
Yeah.
can't keep me fucking out.
Oh,
That's
there's
why I always
Spelling.
pay first.
All right.
All right.
All that.
Selection
All right.
may or may
So-
not be in.
Is the first oldest guy available?
Got that guy there.
No, he's gone.
These three.
Marshall? Yep.
What? I didn't fucking crack him up. That's bullshit.
We're gonna need medication.
Once again,
when we do this.
Bob is trying to select players that have already been selected.
All this
As we know, that is not acceptable. You cannot play for more than one team.
All right. I'll take that.
All right. Selection will be made here, and we'll get a noise. And then Mr. Schufelt walks it up
Whatever.
as Jeff
I suck
Close.
at names.
Jeff Close.
Jeff Close.
Career season 1.1 points per game played. Career season 0.5 goals per game played. 7 consecutive seasons of 10 or more points. Favorite spot is center ice behind the defense.
Oh yeah. Cherry pick.
Good thing
Cherry
to know
pick.
about.
Cherry pick.
Likes to be close to the other team's net. All right. Mr. Perry is now on the clock, and it may be making a selection here. He's got a card, walking it up here,
He knew who he wanted.
and Jeff will announce the next selection.
All right. And Mr. Perry picks Mr. Mike Tucker. Just completed his first session in KHL. Career season 0.5 points per game. Tough, tenacious forward. Not afraid to hit an opposing player with either body or stick.
Okay.
I believe he's a friend of Perry's, but I could be wrong with that.
You know, if you're a friend of Perry's, you're at least you're questionable at the best. All right.
Close.
Mr. Popoff might have a selection. And here it comes. Jeff Spiteri has been selected. Career season 0.9 points per game played. Career season 64 games and 0 penalty minutes. So all around great guy, Mr. Jeff
Wow.
Spiteri. 5 consecutive seasons of 5 or more goals, and is getting burned out from just playing on SMC or ABH. So
Welcome back to
Welcome back to SMC.
Sorry,
hope you like white or black jerseys. Your selection is a white jersey. All right, so
All right. So we're getting down.
it's almost like some of these cards are prophetic here. You know?
Hmm.
Hayes playing on SMC or ABH gets drafted by SMC.
Yes, very true. Well, so a lot of these managers have their favorites. It
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
like
yeah.
that they like to take each time. So now we know Keith
He's got
Perot is
back-to-back
up
selections here.
back-to-back selections with the last 4.5, first 5.0.
Some great names still on the board here. So you can take Mr. Ferguson or
Now
any
it's-
of Jeff Shimizu. There's some
Yep.
great names in here.
Might have just been prophetic.
Maybe. Is it your turn?
Sure. So we have Mr. Kevin Ferguson.
All right. I'm
He
just
has
gonna make the picks for everyone.
3 seasons of 10 points or more, career season of 0.7 points per game, 3 KHL finals appearances, and 5 consecutive seasons of 0 penalty minutes. Wow. There's a lot of Lady Bing candidates that are being drafted here recently.
Pretty sure Keith selected them for the jerky.
Oh,
He brings jerky, I believe.
is that what they call it nowadays?
Yeah, you want to get more ice time. Only one way to get more ice time with Keith Perot. All right. Lance Green has been selected. Career season 0.5 points per games played, 5 consecutive seasons of 5 or more points, selfless play with lots of hustle, and he took 2023-2024 off to reinvent his game. So, you always like to see players reinvent their game after 40, which is odd timing, but, why wait any longer?
I do believe he had an injury last session and made a head surgery too. So
Yeah,
that might have been part of it.
Part of the reinvention of your game is, having surgery and learning the new parts of your body and how they work.
Mr. Popoff with his pick is coming up.
Yeah.
Keith can ring the bell. Thank you.
Here we go.
All right. Definite veteran of the league, Mr. Bill Emmons. Welcome to Mr. Popoff's team. You have a career season penalty minutes leader, career season 0.5 points per game, loves to jump into the play, and plays as if checking was still allowed. Very tenacious player. Love Bill. He's
Love to see
he's
that
a great
tenacity.
player.
We'll have Mr. Perry making his next selection. If we look at his current selections, it looks like he's got a steady mix, maybe a little bit light on the defenseman, but maybe not. He's got some players that can play both. So he's on the headset waiting for some last minute trade talk here.
He's got the rest of the team trying to help him with the pick.
Got the entire draft room back in wherever he's from. Take his phone away.
Well, supposedly we had a pick in.
Straight in from the draft room, and Mark Perry has selected Rick Chadwick. 7 KHL finals appearances. That seems like a lot. 3-time KHL champion, also seems like a lot. Career season 0.5 points per games played, and he's never met an opposing player he's not afraid to grab.
Hug, not grab. Hug.
Grab. Hug, grab, either way. I think that's one quality that Mr. Perry really valued in him, the grabbing. He likes a good grab.
Especially in the shower.
Yeah. You always got to get those good locker room guys, but more importantly is the good shower guys.
That's why your soap on a rope won't go too well in our league, I think.
Yeah, no, it's not going to get too many sales.
So we have Mr.
Bob is up.
McComb again.
All right, selection's already in.
No, he's just hitting the thing.
Are you awake, Bob?
Nope. Someone told him.
It's going through.
Yes. What? You're on the clock.
I'm working on it.
Oh.
I'm working on it.
Very mathematical, Mr.
Bullshit.
Mr. McComb is very mathematical when it's selections.
No, he can't see and he can't hear. And he's tired.
He's got a lot of flexibility in his current roster. A lot of his selections I noticed are players that can play both D or forward. So, if he get a good jolt, he can just change up the entire lineup if he wants.
That's your buddy. Yeah.
All right.
May or may not have the selection in.
Yeah, we're not sure. Comes and goes.
I do notice not a single goalie has been selected.
No, yes. It seems to be that they're holding off until
All right.
the last
take
round,
the new
possibly.
guy, Steve Cobb.
Your buddy.
I know.
Steve
the
Coulter.
pick is in.
Is it Cloutier?
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck.
Go ahead.
What's that?
You can
Or
do
if
it.
you're in
that?
Detroit
Go
area,
ahead.
it's
You can do it.
Cloutier.
Okay. Mr. Steve Cloutier has been selected. He's a KHL rookie, solid skater, unselfish play. Hopes to one day play for the great Bob McComb.
Oh,
And-
look
Oh,
at
there you
Yes!
go.
Thank you.
All his wildest dreams have just come true.
that.
Yes.
You know, since day one when he played hockey, he's like, one day I want to play on Bob McComb's team. And now is that moment. Welcome to Bottles and Stuff.
Thank you.
And Mr. Wolfie's pick is in. And we have Mr. Mike Polidorus. Career season, 0.4 points per game. Can play both defense and forward if needed. Gritty stay-at-home defenseman known for his happy-go-lucky attitude.
All right.
Yeah, I love it.
I believe he's coming off of surgery
love
as
it.
well. I think he had a new knee surgery, so I hope he's doing well.
He wasn't laughing at the announcer.
You know,
He's
you do
like,
see
yeah,
a lot of
down.
surgeries in the 40 and
And
over
over
league.
40, yes. Unfortunately, we're getting there. We got
Yeah.
2 picks in for Mr. Schutfeld. Go ahead.
Oh, yes. Mr. Tom Urban has been selected, a 4-time KHL finals appearances, 2-time KHL champion, 7 consecutive seasons of 0.5 points per games played or higher, and lack of personal space to opposing goalies. He doesn't know what the crease is, or that, like circle around the net.
Oh, first goalie taken so far tonight by Mr. Schufeld, Tessa Hoffman. She's a KHL rookie. She subbed 2 games in KHL with quick reflexes with no weaknesses. She's a legendary status in Eddie Edgar drop-in. So, welcome to the league, Miss Hoffman.
That was a good pick.
First goalie, like I
thought
said.
about
Yeah, first goalie selected. Very solid goalie, so Schufelt hopes to get back-to-back seasons where the goalie carries him to victory. He can just kind of sit down and not have to do much. It's great. Watch the goalie get peppered and still come out victorious.
Well, he wasn't there for the last game, so he didn't watch
Yeah.
that one.
Didn't need to be.
We
You only
went-
need one player there for that game. Wolfie's selection is in, and we hope it's a good one again. Wolfie favorite, Jeff Shimizu, has been selected. Career best 2023-2024 Session 2 with 6 points and +7. Career season 0.4 points per games played. 3 KHL finals appearances and 2-time champion. And it says here he's known as the dirtiest player in the KHL, but I'm not sure that's entirely accurate because the man who selected him is probably the dirtiest player in the KHL. Shimizu is an excellent pick there. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Really
Yeah, I love
enjoy
Jeff.
playing with him.
Jeff's a great guy.
Goes all the drop-ins, so it'll be exciting. Can do both forward and defense. So is Wolfie with the pick?
No, this is
there's
Bob.
another Bob pick.
He hasn't picked
and-
himself.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you can announce this.
Bob
one.
with a great pick.
Oh, he wants to rescind that thing.
Yes. No, I don't.
Bob McComb picks himself.
I love
Mr.
this
Bob
pick.
McComb at the 5.5. He scored his first KH goal last session.
Yes.
All right.
He's a career leader in block shots.
Thank you.
He's got 3 KHL final appearances,
Yes.
and he's not as old as Pete Marshall.
Now I've been told.
Only a couple of months.
I've been told that Bob tried selecting Don Berninger there, but we had to let him know that Don had already been selected in the draft, and therefore could not be selected here in the 5.5. He claims he didn't have him scratched off on the sheet,
I
so
think every pick he's had, I tried to pick somebody else.
Hey, I love you guys.
all right. So this guy tried telling me he was going to be the last pick, but Joe Mitchell is not the last pick in the KHL this season. He's the current KHL champion, 2023-2024 Session 2 career best of 9 points and 11 plus 11. Career season 0.5 points per game player, and he's an international hockey star. And I believe he did have a hat trick 2 seasons ago. So Joe can really rip it.
Part
And-
of my last year's team, and did very well. Had a key goal, and I think it was the second to last game. So it was very nice playing with him.
Yeah.
He was part of the hairline too that we had.
Okay.
So we had Joe Mitchell, you had Chris Smythe, and then Gary Yee started growing out his hair too.
Oh,
at the
okay.
end.
Yeah.
So we had the
Just in
flow.
unison, yeah.
They had the flow
All
going.
flow line. That's important. it's one thing to be good at hockey, but it's another thing
Oh,
to looks like
yeah, you gotta
look
look
like
it.
you're good at
Definitely.
hockey.
Definitely
And
gotta look
I
it for it.
think that's more important when you get to the 40 and over league.
Oh,
just
yeah.
to look like a hockey player. I probably can't play anymore, but damn it, I look good.
Yep.
And
That's
Joe
very
really
important.
impersonates that. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to be getting down to some more goalie picks here soon because we're getting back to the
Yeah, pretty soon people are
last
going to
round.
have to pick a goalie. So
Go ahead, Mr. Popoff.
really looking to pop off with this selection.
Scotty.
All right, Mr. Popov chooses Mr. Scott Haffiker. He is another current KHL champion. 1 goal, 2 assists in KHL championship game. He's another one that came up big in our championship game run last session. 4-time KHL champion, and he refuses to pass up a game. Leader with 57 sub games played.
All right.
So nice. Welcome, Scott Haffiker.
Not to be confused with the leader of 57 stolen subs. That is somebody else.
Yes. We won't mention his name here on this draft here. One.
We got talk of Florida and Puerto Rico here, so maybe they're talking about the potential games away we might have next season. You know, if our budget raises a little bit, you know, this more professional draft thing.
Yeah,
you know,
I think we
on.
might have a
Yeah.
anonymous donor
Yeah.
donating like a couple $1 billion. So
Yeah, we can
I'm wanting to
produce
buy the league.
Yeah. Can have a game in Florida or Puerto Rico. That'd be fine. You know, I'm not
With
sure if
team
there's any
buses
rinks in
and
Puerto
everything?
Rico, but I'm sure there's got to be at least one. I mean, there's a rink in Hawaii, so.
There you go.
But why would you want to go to Puerto Rico and Florida when you can be in lovely Livonia, Michigan,
for
playing
sure.
at Eddie Edgar Ice Arena?
Definitely. Uh-oh. Phone's going off. Alarm's going off.
Yeah,
and
we
got
got
a little debate going for the last couple of picks here.
Yeah, you got lots of discussions going on. There might even be some trades in the works. Lots of
He just picked, right?
yes. So we got Keith with back-to-back. We'll be finishing his selection so he can focus on production duties. First, he selects Chris Hatcher, KHL rookie, sub 14 games, career sub of 0.8 points per games played more games than some of our returning regulars. So, Mr. Hatcher goes in a lot of the drop-ins, good solid player, got a great shot, I think, knows where to be in front of the net. Good pick there.
For Keith's last pick, I'm assuming it's a goalie.
Yes.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Goalie. Didn't recognize the name and didn't realize we had another goalie sub. Mr. Jason Sabaugh. He's a KHL rookie. He subbed 2 games in the KHL. He's solid in net with good glove hand. For you, those guys out there, don't go for the glove.
Yeah.
He wants to shut down those drop-in players for real now.
All right.
He's had enough of them coming in on them and drop-in, so look out, KHL, for a new goalie. And now next on the board is...
I think he's going to be going goalie here.
Mr. Popoff. Sure. Wouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah. Apparently, this guy has never been on Nick's team before. Joe Bojanic. Career season 3.6 goals against, 87 save percentage, KHL champion of the 2023-2024 Session 1, and will volunteer to sub 8 games a day if asked. I'm not sure how they know that because usually there's only 3 games per day. But if we ever have a day where we have to make up 2 additional weeks all in one day, he will play almost every game except for one.
Yeah, he's been very good about subbing in for other goalies and everything. So it's very nice to have that in the league where somebody can't make it one week. He can play for another game and everything.
Yeah.
He also was a goalie for us when we went to Traverse City in our tournament and did very well.
All right. I think we might be getting another goalie selection.
I think so. So we have Mr. Perry for his goalie this session will be Mr. Cliff Hutton. He has a career season of 3.7 goals against, a career season of 85 save percentage. He's a KHL champion 2022-23 Session 1, and he's begging to not be drafted by DHR anymore. Well, sorry, Cliff.
What can we do? We just call the cards as they come in. It's not our
You
fault.
should have sent that request to Mr. Perry.
Yes.
So we don't control that.
Yeah. So Bob will be
Obviously-
selecting here. I'm guessing Bob's going to go goalie. He's got a couple names to choose between here.
Who's Bobby got? He hasn't left that chair.
Dave's picking.
You got 2 picks?
Oh, he's got.
Defense.
He's got.
Oh, okay. So he's got Bob's pick?
Yes.
Okay. So Bob, with the
Yeah.
pick on number 6.0, his goalie of the session will be Adam Clare. He is a career season win and assist leader. Career season 3.7 goals against, an 84% save percentage, 3 KHL finals appearances, and 2-time champion. Known for his healthy pregame meal.
All right.
You guys are doing awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We're doing awesome, so that's great. We might be invited
We
back
got Bob's
next year.
approval.
Not 100% sure yet.
Hey,
So, the goalie that I think is going to have the best season for
Yeah.
Featherston Chiropractic this season will be Matt Valerius. Career season 3.7 goals against average, 85 save percentage, 3 consecutive KHL finals appearances, and he's famous at the Allen Park Ice Rink. I'm not sure why, but maybe we'll find out.
He is like a, I want to say congressman, but he's something on Allen Park's board. So
Okay.
I do follow him on Facebook and see like some of his posts. So he does something with the city of Allen Park. And
Okay.
everything. So that's why that's
he's
there.
a councilman.
Council member there. Thank you.
Council member.
And with the last pick of
And a
this
great
year's
guy.
Great guy.
draft is Mr. Mark Swanson. His career season 80 games played with 0 penalty minutes. Career season 0.5 points per game. 6 seasons of 6 points or more. And he gained 20 pounds due to summer trip to Italy. I
All
hear.
right.
A lot of spaghetti,
a lot of pasta,
lasagna,
carbo loading
pasta.
months in advance
Yeah.
for
So
the entire season, all at once.
definitely. So that seems to conclude this year's draft.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Keith will be getting all the teams sent out to everybody as soon as
Yeah.
he can.
And your contract negotiations will start soon. We've got a hearty budget this year. I heard the salary cap is increasing from last season due to increased revenue.
we might get an extra bag of pretzels or
Yeah.
something at each game.
Half a bag.
So,
Don't get too far. You're gonna have to share it with somebody.
so we look forward to the season. And make sure you fill out all your forms that Keith asked you to, which I am a culprit of not doing just yet. So I will
And
do
get
that
your
as soon as I
USA
can.
hockey.
USA Hockey, exactly, and everything else.
Most
So,
importantly for Keith, get your money in.
yes, this is definitely true. Yep. Registration money and everything.
He's-
So
Used a lot of tire irons over the years, so
it takes out neat. That's why I have so many surgeries.
yeah.
each year. We gotta keep up with those guys.
Yeah.
We gotta knock them out for a little bit. So,
All right.
any last words? Any departing words or anything?
No, I think everything went great here, and we're looking. Any feedback from you, just let us know, and we'll hopefully do better next session.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.